Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to do a review on the Lotus Emira. On my last video I said I was going to do a review after I'd done a couple of thousand miles or 1,000 miles, but unfortunately due to the weather, work commitments and everything else, I haven't achieved that many miles. I think I've done about 700. So today's review is really based on owning the car for 5 to 6 weeks, which I hope it gives you the right overview. But let's start. So taking a look at the exterior of the car first, this has got to be one of the best cars that Lotus have released. And I know this was their mission and their aim for being the last combustion engine car they made, but this has got to be the best one from a looks perspective. It's like a super sports car with supercar looks, but not the supercar price. It's still high price, but not the supercar price. You know. So on the rear end of the car then we've got a couple of nice large exhaust, and I don't know if you can see in the exhaust there as well, they actually do the Lotus emblem in the exhaust, if you can see. Ducts in the back here as well, go all the way through to the tyre, so you can see the tyre in there. That's actually from the idea of their electric concept car. Slick lights at the back, so you've got a light bar all the way across for the brake, and a really nice, you know, the rear end of this car is really fat and really nice. The car running on 20-inch wheels, 285s I think they are on the back, with a yellow 6-pot calipers, and they're not ceramic discs on this, so you do get a lot of brake dust. Nice ducts in the back, making the back end of the car look fat and stand out. So nice ducts, just giving ventilation, the relevant air into the car. Folding mirrors. Front here, you'd expect this maybe to give you a frunk, but it's not going to give you a frunk. Yeah, under there you've got a radiator, oil coolers. You can actually get that car, the bonnet to open for maintenance purposes, but unfortunately it is really only for maintenance purposes only. You've got some vents in the front that go straight through for the coolers that we've just discussed. Not sure I like where the number plate's placed. I think that could be placed a little bit better. You've got the towing eye there. I like the design of the lights. The LED lights come on, and you've got 3 strip driving lights that come on when you're driving, which are really slick and really nice. As I say, just looking at the car from the side, it's just such a slick, great looking car with really good curves down the bottom. You know, you've got this piece here, curves all the way around just for aerodynamics, and looks really good. This duct this side is just behind there. You've got the turbo inlet. You can really hear that sucking when you're accelerating hard, which is really nice. In the boot, so like any sports car, there's not much of a boot. Some people complain about this. Is it an issue? I'm going to actually do a video on how much luggage you can get in the car, because I want to tour to Monaco anyway, which I think I discussed on one of the other videos. I'm going to tour to Monaco, so I want to show you guys how much luggage you can get in here, so I will demonstrate this. I'm going to go over the spec of the car in a minute when I drive it, but this is the i4, so it's the 2-litre AMG engine, turbocharged, and the engine's covered in this, which I suppose is a little bit disappointing because the V6 is open, so you can basically see it. But is it a massive issue? Not really. So yeah, just battery in the boot behind that cover there, but overall not too bad a size. The only thing is you don't want to be putting your chilled food in the boot, because the boot does get rather hot. Really weird sign on the top here saying that you're a maximum of 50 kilograms can go in the boot. Bit of a weird sign there for that. Don't really understand that point of view, but hey ho, it's been put on there. So let's have a quick look in the inside of the car, and then we'll take it for a drive and I'll go through the specifications. So inside the car, We've got the LED dashboard, which is obviously a lot better than what Lotus have done previously. And in there as well, you can select different modes, etc. on that dashboard when the engine's running. Like the BMW iDrive, but I have to say, if you're going to drive a Lotus Emira, are you really worried about the technology, or are you worried about how the car drives? Because the technology isn't great. It has got Apple or Android CarPlay in, but let's be realistic. We're not driving the Lotus to feel or play with the controls. We're driving the Lotus to feel the way it drives. It is a driver's car. Leather dashboard. We've got Alcantara interior. You've got Alcantara seats with a nice Lotus emblem on the back, and then got the auto gearbox. It's the i4, so you've got the auto gearbox, and then you've got this really silly thing that actually I'm not really sure. If it stayed up it'd be easy, but you have to like hold it up and then get your finger in to start the car. You've got a little compartment here and USB-C and USB-A, sorry, your phone sockets can go in there. And then you've got your controls down here for the ventilation. Good little gimmick on here is like on the ventilation controls, you've got the Stig there sitting in his seat. The car also comes with electric mirrors, electric windows, and you have got, as standard, memory seats and fully electric seats and heated seats. So the car does come with that. Overall interior, a hell of a lot better than what I've been used to from driving the S1s and the S2 Lotuses which I've owned, and this car is a totally different generation. Does it have some niggles? Definitely does have some niggles, but I'll have to say, from the drivability point of view, them niggles are overtaken by the way the car drives, and it just makes you forget about anything else. It's a fantastic car. Anyway, let's get this car out on the road and discuss a bit about the spec. So let's go on the road then. So before we drive off, so I haven't got to read the spec sheet when we're driving, let's just do some comparisons. So as I said in my previous video, which is well worth a watch, because the previous video will tell you how achievable it was for me to buy this car. So this is the 2-litre AMG Mercedes engine. The engine produces 360 brake horsepower and a 0 to 60 in about 4.4 seconds, 4.3 seconds. Top speed of 171 miles per hour, and an 8-speed dual clutch gearbox, which does have its own issues, but I'd like to discuss them issues in another video, because I don't want to make this negative, because it's a beautiful car. So let's not talk about that in this. So this car, round about, let's say 85 to 89,000 pounds, depending what extras you have on the car. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. The AMG i4 engine doesn't sound as good with the tunes coming out the exhaust as the 3.5 V6. However, that is changeable. You can change that. You can put a different exhaust on, which a lot of people are doing. So that is changeable. However, I took this through a tunnel the other week in track mode, and it sounded beautiful, to be honest. So I'm not too fussed, but might I change the exhaust? I think I might change the exhaust, yes. So the alternative to this car is the 3.5 litre Toyota V6 engine producing 400 horsepower. Now that car comes in a manual or an automatic. A lot of people rave about the manual because the Lotus is a driver's car and they want to be driving a manual car. I personally prefer an automatic, and that is one of the reasons I didn't get the V6, because I didn't want to be changing gear all the time, and I'm really enjoying an automatic car now. So the 0 to 60 in the 400 horsepower 3.5 is only 4.2 seconds, so it's actually not that different if you compare. And 180 miles an hour, so you've got 9 miles an hour. just by having that bigger engine. And retail price, let's say anything from 90 to 95,000 pounds, around about that. Different. The AMG 2 litre only weighs in at 1446 kilograms because the engine's a lot lighter. So this is why you still get the performance out of the 2 litre engine. And to be honest, the fuel economy is better as well. Not that you want to worry about that when you're going to be driving a super sports car. But let's take it for a drive and show you what this is about, and we'll talk about it a bit more when we go. So gearbox on these is a little bit strange. So when you start up, you're in park, and then actually you think, oh, like any normal automatic, you just pull once and you're in gear. No, you're in neutral, and then you have to pull again and do that into first. Exactly the same when you go into reverse. So you go into neutral and then you go into reverse. So bit of a strange setup. It's got a reversing camera in there as well that I didn't cover earlier on when you go into reverse. So let's take it for a drive and just show you what it's like around a couple of roundabouts. And yeah, just want to share my thoughts with it, really. And as I've said before on my channel, I don't get paid to do this. I've just got enough followers to get me through. This is my car. I haven't been paid to drive this car, and it's just for me to enjoy. And I do enjoy the cars, but I also like to enjoy sharing with you guys, my followers, my subscribers, what my thoughts are about the car, just to give you an idea of what the cars drive like, how achievable they are to own, and how nice they are. But I also like to show you the truth about what I don't like, which again, I'm not showing you today's video because I want to do a separate video on that, just to give you an overview on the things that are a little bit niggly but don't really take over the passion and love that you can have for this great car, just because of drivability. Right, so let's just go up this bypass here and just show you what this car's about. So let's put it into sports mode. Hopefully you can hear the tone change. You can hear the tone change there. I'm going to put it in track mode, and you really hear it rev up now because it wants to hold the gears longer. Now within track mode, the car is obviously giving you more power, quicker acceleration, but it has turned off the ABS and traction control. So on a day like today where it's a little bit greasy, 2 degrees, it's probably a little bit naughty. So I'm going to put it back in sports mode because we still get the power, we still get the high rev gear change, although we're going to use the paddle shifts anyway. And I just want to show you how it accelerates out the corners, round the roundabouts, and bits and pieces like that. Now we have currently got a lorry in front of us here, so what I want to do is probably spin it around here, and then we'll go back the other way, and I just want to show you what she accelerates like, really. Let's do it. Bit squirmy. Can you hear the turbo pulling? Whistling of the turbo. Then the rev match, when you change down the gears, you've got the rev match, and that's a good thing to say with regards to the 3.5 V6. You don't get any rev match on the manual or anything. You've got to do that by toe and heel. So you do not get the rev match or anything, you know, so you do not get so much fun. With this, it does the rev match. And also as well, you know, as I've said previously, because of the weight difference between these cars, there's not much difference in acceleration. But also what we've got to consider as well with this is the Toyota V6 engine is already at its capability. This AMG i4 engine has the capability of being tuned well over 400 horsepower, which will put this car in excess a lot quicker than the V6, and that's what people tend to forget. This is a very, very strong engine that is capable of handling a lot of things. Now, I want to get back to showing you what the car's doing, but unfortunately it's a busy day of traffic, so we're going to head down here, get to the roundabout, swing it round, and give it some more. Right, we've got a clear road now, let's go. Oh, she wants to go sideways. And you can hear the pop as the gear changes. Just absolutely amazing acceleration. And rev match. Yeah, just really amazing what this car is capable of doing. Norwich test track or racetrack as well, was for me to achieve to afford this car, the affordability. Watch that video and see how affordable it is. Get to Lotus and get a test drive. I guarantee once you've test driven one of these cars, you ain't going to want to not buy one. That was my mistake. They said to me, test drive it. I'm like, no, test drive it, and I bought it. And I'm going to do that because the car's amazing. Let's just hold back a little bit more, and then let's show you the capability again. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Rev match is fantastic. I'm loving the rev match. So let's just show you off this roundabout how squirmy you can get. Whoa, sideways. Again, sideways. Just amazing. I just can't wait to get it on the track. Anyway, that's enough for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's just a quick insight of my thoughts over this 6-8 weeks. There's a lot more to show. Trip to Monaco, staying in the Munich hotel where you put the car in the room. So lots more to show, lots more to share with you. Keep subscribed, keep watching my channel, look for the updates. But again, thank you very much for taking the time out to watch me today and watch my video and my content. Please put comments if you want to know some more information about the car. I will link in the description about the video that's about the affordability of this car, just to share with my subscribers and viewers. Again, thank you very much for taking the time out to watch my video, and I'll be back on again soon. Thank you.